It was completely legal to dump plastic in the ocean until the 90s, and a lot of that plastic is still there.
Have you ever walked down a beach and seen a plastic bag flying around? Or perhaps the plastic was used to package cans and bottles? Or even the plastic bottles themselves? Most of us who have ever visited a beach have probably seen some form of plastic waste washed up on shore. Upon noticing the refuse, we might make a face of disgust and mumble about how pollution needs to stop. More often than not, these are empty statements, and very little is done to actually clean up the waste. How many people would give up their use of plastic entirely? How many people would cut their usage in half? How many people would vow to recycle? Our general complacency fuels the fire of plastic pollution and perpetuates what is a seemingly unsolvable environmental crisis. However, it is not just large pieces of plastic that are a problem for the Earth's marine environment. Microplastics, although small, play a huge role in harming sea life. The sources of microplastic waste include, most commonly, small beads found in household products like laundry detergent, various fibers, or health and beauty products like toothpaste and scrubbing facial cleansers. These tiny polyethylene beads get flushed down drains, make their way into smaller bodies of water, and eventually end up in the ocean. As more and more plastic is not properly recycled, the immense congregations of them grow larger and larger every day. Around 8 million metric tons of plastic enter the sea each year, roughly equivalent to 80,000 full-grown blue whales. These concentrations of plastic waste create what are known as gyres, which now exist in all 4 of the world's oceans. Gyres are large areas of plastic waste floating in the middle of the oceans. The largest and most infamous is the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, which some experts estimate is roughly the size of Texas. So where does this plastic come from? Most flows out to sea from large coastal cities, or from coastal regions in nations that lack the infrastructure to effectively clean up or recycle their waste. Not cleaning up is, in fact, probably the largest contributor to plastic ending up in oceans or on beaches. On average, one bottle has enough plastic to kill several fish. According to scientists at NOAA, marine creatures are ingesting plastics at nearly all levels of the food web, and it has been estimated that almost 90% of coastal bird species eat plastic particles on a regular basis. So why is this an issue? Shouldn't the animals just be able to poop the plastics out? No. To be able to do that, you have to digest something first. Plastics, however, are impossible for these creatures to digest. So, the microplastics mush together to form a large clump that blocks anything else from being eaten, slowly killing the animal. Furthermore, it is not only ocean species which are affected by this pollution. Toxins held in microplastics are absorbed by the fish that consume them, allowing them to travel up the food chain and end up on your dinner table. At this point, you may be asking, what can we do collectively to reduce the plastic entering the sea? A wide range of opportunities and projects exist. For example, a startup company from the Netherlands called the Ocean Cleanup Project focuses on developing artificial shorelines. These barriers will contain the plastics so that it can be more effectively collected for either traditional or chemical recycling. Similarly, organizations like the Algalita Marine Research Foundation are focused on collecting the plastic that is already out there and bringing it back to the shore. They venture into the ocean and explore the surface for any plastic they can find just floating around. This process helps to reduce the chances that some poor animal will come swimming by and accidentally eat one of these pieces of plastic. This sort of effort, paired with prevention, can potentially eliminate the threat of microplastics forever. In addition to engineering projects, there are other large-scale efforts to stop plastic and microplastic pollution. Some local governments and even entire countries have completely banned microbeads in cosmetics and other common products. So just pick up your trash, because every bag, every bottle is not as small as you think.